Cancer, Cancer rising, and of course all of you Cancerian moon people out there, this is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting February 10th, 2020. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, should you ever wish to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or of course you may also just simply follow the links below. So what is going on when it comes to your astrology over the course of this coming week? Well, on Monday we've got Venus, planet of love, harmony, affection, favor, but as I've said before, also the finer things in life, in your 10th house of career, Aries, in a tight conjunction with Chiron, the asteroid that governs, well, sometimes it can be our baggage. It's the scars, it's old business, old narratives, things that might be a bit distorted, old energies that we carry or that are carried, I guess, in the 10th house when it comes to your career, how you make your mark on the world. And with Venus conjunct Chiron here, we are actually seeing a transition, some kind of opportunity to heal or erase a scar, to dissolve some kind of old business hanging overhead, something that's been difficult to move past, live down, or to simply clear as it relates to the 10th house for you. Remember, this is all about what could be impeding upward mobility to maybe a better life financially or materialistically, if that's applicable to your journey, maybe something that could be standing in the way of you rising in your personal and social prominence, or what could be standing in the way of how you effectively actually live your career and your sense of purpose to the world. With Venus involved, this could actually be a gift of an opportunity, a gift of resources, or maybe even a breakthrough or a hookup given to you by a very special someone. And that could also happen on Tuesday. It's an overnight aspect, so make sure that you lean into this opportunity. It may be difficult at first, and it may feel tempting to go back and relive the Chiron narrative, whatever it is. Make sure you don't. You have free will. On Thursday, we've actually got Venus, planet of love, harmony, affection, favor, and the finer things, in that 10th house of career still, forming a square, or rather a T-square, between the north and south node. I was about to say the nodes of the moon, and I messed up and said both things at the same time, or almost did. But this T-square is kind of interesting, because with this we are actually seeing a chance to move in the direction of the new or the old. And I like these aspects because it does challenge us to pay attention to our free will, and what we're supposed to do, and what our due diligence is with our free will as it relates to interacting with astrology. Have you noticed I'm not a fatalist astrologer? The North Node is in your sign. The North Node is all about our biggest challenges, but our biggest rewards. The South Node, our crutch, what we lean on, sort of our personal drug of choice, our personal vice, what we always come back to in order to feel safe, though not necessarily giving us progress, is in Capricorn, your 7th house of partnerships and closest one-on-one relationships, your boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, your husband, wife, your roommate, or any close one-on-one connection. And Venus is creating a square from your 10th house to challenge you to put yourself first as it relates to a breakthrough in your own personal prominence, your own personal growth, and your own way to establish a sense of sovereignty in the world around you. Because we always want to lean into the North Node, because it's a part of our spiritual growth and evolution. With the North Node in your sign, this is about not only putting yourself first, but making your choices about your future about yourself, about you being able to actually do something for you without making it a part of another person's narrative with that 7th house South Node. This breakthrough essentially is going to be for you. You will have, of course, the choice to maybe decide whether or not you want to make it about another agency or another person or involve other people in it. Perhaps, though, there is such a thing as being able to do something for you without being wholly selfish or self-involved. And there is a lesson to be learned in that, because we have to put ourselves and our personal growth first. We have to be able to understand that, because putting other people first will often, in a lot of cases, just simply put them in a pedestal position in our life, not helping our growth, and maybe not even a pedestal they should be on. And so it's not really helping their growth either. Whatever these breakthroughs are, it does look like it's going to come in a social or professional capacity. Let it elevate you. Don't make it about anyone else. Now, before we move on to the cards, I do want to remind everybody that, yes, I'm aware there's a Mercury retrograde that happens this week on the 16th, but we did cover that in the monthly astrology horoscopes on my Patreon page. If you're interested in signing up for that, it takes $1 minimum access to have access to all the Patreon videos, and you can follow the links below for more information about that there. So what is going on when it comes to your cards? Well, for your spiritual themes, we actually have the Two of Wands upright. And this is a week where it's all about you stepping into a space of, yes, personal power or maybe even personal dominion over your own reality. The Two of Wands is about commitments. It's about promises. But what I'm getting from this week is it's about promises that we make to ourselves. Making sure that we understand that we have a responsibility to only include that which is also on the same journey as us. We don't drag other people along our healing journeys. That's not fair to them. And we don't try to pull people into our projects that maybe are not necessarily compatible with those projects just because we think it'll be good for them. We have to make sure it's in the highest interest of all concerned. And with the Two of Wands upright, a lot of you Cancerian people are getting a lot of power back this week. A lot of breakthroughs coming to you to help you not only put yourself first, but to also establish a sense of personal sovereign creatorhood. What I also like about the Two of Wands is that there's going to be an understanding that a lot of promises are not only getting fulfilled, but there's going to be clarity when it comes to a certain personal, creative, or professional path that you are on. The Two of Wands can indicate upward mobility and, again, being guided down a paved road that is just for you as it relates to maybe learning how to create or secure your personal kingdom. But keyword, personal. When it comes to the influx, what is coming into your life, what is affecting all areas of your life, well, we've got the High Priestess in reverse. And we're going to have to we're going to need to pay attention with the High Priestess reversed, because we're going to be catching glimpses of where maybe a lot of people in our life are not who they say they are. Now, the High Priestess reversed can sometimes show up where people in our life we sort of defer maybe a certain level of authority to that don't belong in that position of authority, in essence making it about other people. In a lot of cases, the High Priestess reverse can show up where maybe there is a teaching, or a boss, or a teacher, or maybe somebody who is in a place of command that they should not, whether they are working in a capacity where they are leading as an authority figure, or being just an authority on information or a particular subject. Now, this can sometimes show up where maybe we've put somebody in a position like that, or they've assumed that position. Quite possibly this could be, say, an accountant, a solicitor, or somebody that is helping us in some way who has no idea what they're doing. It's a time to think about looking for maybe a second opinion or a third opinion, and making sure that we take some time for that. In a lot of cases with the High Priestess reversed, we may also want to pay attention to where we may be enforcing or living by teachings that are not actually applicable to the highest interest of all concerned. Teachings we've gotten from other people, or teachings that we're carrying that we've already grown out of that we don't need anymore. On the outflux, what's going away? Well, we've got the Four of Swords in reverse, and this could be a very good card to see go away, especially if a lot of you Cancerian people have been feeling like your energies have been spread a little bit thin. Maybe we've been feeling like there is something going on where we're pulled in too many different directions, or a lot of changes are happening too fast, almost overnight. Maybe with the Four of Swords reversed, we are in a situation where a lot of circumstances that should be a little bit more deliberated, or maybe a little bit more carefully implemented in our lives, are being rushed, either rushed by other people or simply rushed by circumstance itself. With the Four of Swords reversed, that impulsivity, that chaoticness, that randomness, that sort of lack of intention is going away from all areas of your life, and things seem to be resuming a sense of order. When it comes to your material concerns, we have the Ace of Pentacles upright. Now we're down here on the bottom row with the mundane. We actually have lovely news when it comes to a new sense of stability in your material life. This could be, of course, a new sense of stability in a professional sense or in a financial sense, because in a lot of cases with the Ace of Pentacles, we see a seed that will continue to bear fruit. and grow into something much bigger than it already is. This could be the gift of a new job or a new source of income, absolutely. But the Ace of Pentacles is beginning something new, an influx of fresh energy. What I like about this for you is that for some reason there also seems to be some extra benefits. I'm drawn to the cornucopia. You might not be able to see it at the bottom of the card. Something that actually has, it's not only a new beginning, but it's a new beginning with extra. It's a new beginning with benefits that are starting to blossom and grow. And there's a lot of things that are kind of unexpected popping up, but gifts nonetheless. So let yourself actually enjoy them. Let's deviate a little bit from the path that we were on just before we got to this week. When it comes to the external, maybe your friends, just your relatives, the other people in your life, we have the Knight of Cups upright. And I actually am seeing that there is somebody going out of their way to try to support you, even though it might not necessarily be something that they will do for themselves. It's almost like a testament of good faith, a testament of love and loyalty. Somebody actually helping you to get something moving along that is not really a part of their life experience, not really a part of their life stream. Sometimes you can see that where a person realizes, like, look, this is not something I would do for myself, it doesn't resonate with me, but you resonate with me, and I deeply care about you. Watch me go and make that happen. You'd be surprised what can happen sometimes. Sometimes we always think, like, oh no, it's got to be somebody from within my little tribe, or it's got to be from somebody within my safe space in my little group. No, not always, actually. Sometimes the best gifts come from people that are outside that inner circle. And I'm actually seeing with the Knight of Cups, this is somebody who is trying to prove or demonstrate their affection for you by stepping out of their comfort zone to help you achieve something that has nothing to do with their own personal path or their own personal journey. Let them do it, and you'd be surprised who it might be, because it defies precedent. Now, of course, as I always say with these videos, why on earth would you try and relate it to your immediate present if we're doing a future forecast? Let yourself be surprised. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, all of that good stuff, we've got the Moon card in reverse. And it does look like some truths are coming out this week. Some veils are being lifted, quite possibly for those of you that are looking or available. You may be finding yourself in a position where somebody is revealing a romantic interest in you. Somebody is being very demonstrative with that, or simply just coming out with it. In a lot of cases with the Moon card reversed, we might be finding this out indirectly and then getting it confirmed directly, or a person may just simply be brave enough to come out and show us. It could be that Knight of Cups, you never know. But with the Moon card reversed, I am seeing that people are sharing things that they have been holding back. And the same thing also happens for those of you who are in existing relationships. People are coming forward with maybe feelings that they have been keeping from you, maybe positive ones, maybe ones that they're not sure how you're going to respond for or respond with. If you are thinking whether or not there's a good time to start actually being more transparent yourself, there's no better time with the Moon, because the Moon card reverse is indicating everyone is emotionally, mentally, and spiritually prepared to start getting all the cards on the table. And that's what exactly everybody's going to be doing this week, because we all have to get on the same page for what happens next. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, you all know I appreciate it. And if you ever wish to get a session, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.